वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् शृण्वतं स्वकथा कृष्ण पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तनः दन्तस्य वज्राणि विधुनोति स्निश्रुतां नष्टप्रायसो भद्रेषु नित्यं भगवत सेवया भगवते उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणम् Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 24, Verse 39. सर्वसत्त्वात्मदेहाय विशेषाय स्थावियशे नमस्त्रैलोक्यपालाय सह ओज बलाय च. Synonyms: Sarva, all; Sattva, existence; Atma, soul; Dehaya, unto the body; Visheshaya, diversity; Sthaviyashe, unto the material world; Namaha, offering obeisances; Trailokya, three planetary systems; Palaya, maintainer; Saha, along with; Ojaha, prowess; Balaya, unto the strength; Cha, also. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. My dear Lord, you are the gigantic universal form which contains all the individual bodies of the living entities. You are the maintainer of the three worlds, and as such, you maintain the mind, senses, body, and air of life within them. I therefore offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Purport: as the individual body of the living entity is composed of millions of cells, germs, and microbes, the universal body of the Supreme Lord similarly contains all the individual bodies of the living entities. Lord Shiva is offering his obeisances to the universal body, which includes all other bodies, so that everyone's body may fully engage in devotional service. Since this individual body is composed of senses, all the senses should be engaged in devotional service. For instance, the smelling instrument, the nose, can engage in smelling the flowers offered to the lotus feet of the Lord. The hands can engage in cleansing the temple of the Lord, etc. Indeed, being the life air of every living entity, the Lord is the maintainer of the three worlds. Consequently, he can induce every living entity to engage in his real life's duty with full bodily and mental strength. Thus, every living entity should serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead by his prana, life, artha, wealth, intelligence, and words, as stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 22, Verse 35. Etavajjanma safalyam dehinamiha dehishu pranar arthe dhiya vacha sreya acharanam sada. Even though one may desire to engage in the service of the Lord, without sanction, one cannot do so. Lord Shiva is offering his prayers in so many different ways in order to show living entities how to engage in the devotional service of the Lord. Text 40. अर्थलिंगाय नभसे नमो अंतर बहिर आत्मने नमः पुण्याय लोकाय अमुष्मय भूरि वर्चसे. Synonyms: Artha, meaning; Lingaya, revealing; Navashe, unto the sky; Namah, offering obeisances; Antaha, within; Bahi, and without; Atmane, unto the self; Namaha, offering obeisances; Punyaya, pious activities; Lokaya, for creation; Amushmai, beyond death; Bhuri Barchase, the supreme effulgence. Translation and purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. My dear Lord, by expanding your transcendental vibrations, you reveal the actual meaning of everything. You are the all-pervading sky, within and without. and you are the ultimate goal of pious activities executed both within this material world and beyond it. I therefore offer my respectful obeisances again and again unto you. Purport: Vedic evidence is called Sabda Brahma. There are many things which are beyond the perception of our imperfect senses, yet the authoritative evidence of sound vibration is perfect. The Vedas are known as Sabda Brahma because evidence taken from the Vedas constitutes the ultimate understanding. This is because Sabda Brahma or the Vedas represents the Supreme Personality of Godhead. However, the real essence of Sabda Brahma is the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra. By vibrating this transcendental sound, the meaning of everything, both material and spiritual, is revealed. This Hare Krishna is non different from the personality of Godhead. The meaning of everything is received through the air, through sound vibration. The vibration may be material or spiritual, but without sound vibration, no one can understand the meaning of anything. In the Vedas, it is said, Antarvahishcha tat sarvam vyapya Narayana stitaha. Narayana is all pervading and he exists both within and without. This is also confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 13.34. यथा प्रकाशयत्यर्कः कृष्णं लोकम् इमं रविः क्षेत्रं क्षेत्री तथा कृष्णं प्रकाशयति भारत. Ocean of Bharata. As the sun alone illuminates all this universe, so do the living entity and the supersoul illuminate the entire body by consciousness. In other words, the consciousness of both the soul and supersoul is all pervading. The limited consciousness of the living entity is pervading the entire material body, and the supreme consciousness of the Lord is pervading the entire universe. Because the soul is present within the body, consciousness pervades the entire body. Similarly, because the Supersoul or Krishna is present within this universe, everything is working in order. Maya dhakshena prakriti suyate sa characharam. This material nature is working under my direction, ocean of Kunti, and it is producing all moving and unmoving beings. Bhagavad Gita 9.10. Lord Shiva is therefore praying to the personality of Godhead to be kind to us, so that simply by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, we can understand everything in both the material and spiritual worlds. The word Amusmai is significant in this regard because it indicates the best target one can aim for after attaining the higher planetary systems. Those who are engaged in fruitive activities, karmis, attain the higher planetary systems as a result of their past activities, and the jnanis who seek unification or a monistic merging with the effulgence of the Supreme Lord also attain their desired end, but in the ultimate issue, the devotees who desire to personally associate with the Lord are promoted to the Vaikuntha Lokas or Golak Vrindavana. The Lord is described in Bhagavad Gita 10.12 as Pavitram Paramam, the Supreme Pure. This is also confirmed in this verse. Sukadev Goswami has stated that the cowherd boys who played with Lord Krishna were not ordinary living entities. Only after accumulating many pious activities in various births does one get the opportunity to personally associate with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Since only the pure can reach Him, He is the Supreme Pure. End of purport. नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमती भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नाम्ने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I'm seeking blessings from all the assembled Vaishnavas, and thank you for giving me this opportunity to purify myself reading Srimad Bhagavatam. So I'll summarize those two verses, verse 39 and 40. So this chapter 24 is, the name of this chapter is Chanting the Song Sung by Lord Shiva. So in text 39, Lord Shiva is saying that as the individual body of the living entity is composed of millions of millions of cells, germs, and microbes, the universal body of the Supreme Lord similarly contains all the individual bodies of the living entities. Lord Shiva is offering his obeisances to the universal body, which includes all other bodies. We know Bhagavad Gita chapter 11, which is about the universal form of the Lord. In this chapter 11, it's mentioned that the Lord gave divine eyes to Arjuna to see his universal form, because it's not possible to see that form with the present material eyes. Arjuna saw assembled in the Lord's body all the demigods and various other living entities. So this Bhagavad Gita chapter 11 has, I think, around 55 verses, and more than 50% of the verses, Arjuna is describing the universal form of the Lord. I cannot cover all that, but few points I just gathered from that chapter. Arjuna saw He also saw Brahma sitting on the lotus flower, as well as Lord Shiva and all the sages and divine serpents. He saw in the Lord's body many, many arms, bellies, mouths, and eyes expanded everywhere without limit. He saw there is no end, no middle, and no beginning. So, and also, Arjuna is also saying that you are the supreme primal objective. You are the ultimate resting place of all this universe. You are inexhaustible and you are the oldest. You are the maintainer of the eternal religion, the personality of Godhead. And this is my opinion, Arjuna is saying. So he is glorifying the Supreme Lord, like you are the father of this complete cosmic manifestation of the moving and the non moving. You are its worshipable chief, the supreme spiritual master. No one is greater than you, nor can anyone be one with you. So, why? Like Arjuna is describing, like how he saw the universal form, and then Arjuna is saying, like, he's offering obeisances from different sides, from the front, from the back to the sides of the Lord. Oh, why Krishna showed his universal form to Arjuna? Because in future, if anyone will claim that he or she is God, then they have to show the universal form. In fact, no one can show this except Krishna. Also, in that particular chapter of Bhagavad Gita, chapter 11, Lord Krishna is saying to Arjuna, only by undivided devotional service can I be understood as I am. And in the last verse of chapter 11, verse 55, the Lord is saying, my dear Arjuna, he who engages in my pure devotional service, free from the contaminations of fruitive activities and mental speculation, he who works for me, who makes me the supreme goal of his life, and who is friendly to every living being, he certainly comes to me. But this verse clearly explains the process by which one can attain success in his spiritual activities, that is, devotional service. Also, as per Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1.2.255, Anasaktasya Vishayan Yatharaham Upayunjataha Nirvanda Krishna Sambandhe Yuktam Vairagya Muchyate. Now, in this particular verse of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, that is Nectar of Devotion, this is mentioned as Yukta Vairagya. We have to understand what is the meaning of Yukta Vairagya, which means simultaneous attachment and detachment. Means when one is not attached to anything, but at the same time accepts anything in relation to Krishna, then only one is rightly situated above possessiveness. For example, like we see devotees work and they earn money. So maybe to the outer world, people think the devotees like engaged in material activities, and devotees attached to the work and money, but devotees using that wealth for Krishna. If we like from to outer world, it seems like we're attached to material stuff, while at the same time we are not attached. We are using everything for Krishna service, that is known as Yukta Vairagya. So now, how to get pure form of devotional service? Again, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1.1.11 says, Anyavilasita sunyam jnana karmadi anabritam anukulyana krishnanu silanam bhaktiruttama. Srila Rupa Goswami clearly states that if anyone wants to execute unalloyed devotional service, he must be freed from all kinds of material contamination. That is Anyavilashita sunyam. No any other desire. It should be sunyam, means it's nothing, no other desire. He must be freed from the association of persons who are addicted to fruitive activities and mental speculation. When freed from such unwanted association and from the contamination of material desires, one favorably cultivates knowledge of Krishna. That is called pure devotional service. So we have to understand what is our real identity. What is our real identity? Real identity is we are eternal servant of Krishna. Jivar Swarupai Krishna Nitya Dasa. So we have to engage our whole body, mind, senses, everything in his service. So as per Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 22, verse 35, it's mentioned that Etavad janma safalyam dehinam iha dehishu pranararthirdiya vacha sreya charanam sada. So this particular verse is quoted in this verse 39. What does it mean? It means it is the duty of every living being to perform welfare activities for the benefit of others with his life, wealth, intelligence, and words. So, towards the end of the purport 39, it's mentioned, even though one may desire to engage in the service of the Lord, without sanction, one cannot do so. For without Krishna's will, even a blade of grass do not move. He is the cause of all causes. So today, if we're engaged in any little devotional service, we have to understand it's Krishna's blessing, it's His mercy only that He engages us in His service. We sing in Bhajaure Mana song, Bhajahure Mana Sri Nandanandana Abhaya Charanara Vindare Durlabha Manava Janama Satsange Taraho E Bhava Sindhure. So it says, this human form of life is very rare. We should not waste it. We should always engage ourselves, our time in Krishna service. Then again in verse 40 of this chapter 24, in this verse, it's mentioned about the Sabda Brahma and how the real essence of Sabda Brahma is the chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So, Hare Krishna Maha Mantra chanting, that is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Ram, Hare Hare. That is the real essence of Sabda Brahma. By vibrating this transcendental sound, the meaning of everything, both material and spiritual, is revealed. Krishna and his name are non-different. The Hare Krishna Mahamantra, actually you have to understand this Hare Krishna Mahamantra is not material. It's coming from the spiritual world, because it's like we say like Golakara Premadhana Harinam Sankirtana. So this Hare Krishna Mahamantra is it's coming from the spiritual world. Modern scientists, they say the universe is just working like that. How it's working like that? So in this verse, Lord Shiva is saying, because the soul is present within the body, consciousness pervades the entire body. Similarly, because the Supreme Soul or Krishna is present within this universe, everything is working in order. In Bhagavad Gita, this verse is also quoted here in this particular verse 40, 9.10 of Bhagavad Gita. Lord Krishna says, Maya dhakshena prakriti suyate se characharam hetu nanena kaunteya jagad viparivartate. This material nature, which is one of my energies, Lord Krishna is saying, which is one of my energies, material energies, Krishna's external energy or inferior energy is working under my direction. Ocean of Kunti producing all moving and non-moving beings. Under its rule, this manifestation is created and annihilated again and again. The Supreme Lord is the supreme will and the background of this material manifestation, but the management is being conducted by material nature. Material nature, without the superintendence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, cannot do anything. Yet, the Supreme Personality is detached from all material activities. Lord Shiva is therefore praying to the personality of Godhead to be kind to us, so that simply by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, we can understand everything in both the material and spiritual worlds. Actually, in Kali Yuga, we are not qualified to follow any religious principles. Like in Satya Yuga, it was meditation; Treta, it was sacrifice; Dwapar, deity worship. Kali Yuga, Mahaprabhu has instructed for Harinam Sankirtan. So, chanting, we have to give the topmost priority. Bhagavad Gita 10.12 is quoted towards the end of the purport. So in Bhagavad Gita 10.12, Arjuna says, Param Brahma Param Dhama Pavitram Paramam Bhavan Purusham Sashwatam Divyam Adi Devam Ajam Vibhum Ahustvam Rishaya Sarve Devarsi Naradas Tatha Ashito Devalo Vyasha Swayam Chaiva Bravishime. Arjuna said, you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the ultimate abode, the purest, the absolute truth. You are the eternal, transcendental, original person, the unborn, the greatest. All the great sages such as Narada, Ashita Deval, and Vyasa confirmed this truth about you, and now you yourself are declaring it to me. With this, I would like to stop here. Thank you again for giving this opportunity. पंचकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः अनन्तकोटिवैष्णवभक्तो